right here I've got a 8-foot 1x2. This is one of the 2 that are left. I had about 45 of them yesterday, and I have cut them all into sections. 3 of them will make 2 48-inch pieces and 4 22-inch pieces. These pieces will go together to make the frames for 2 of our panels. Okay? And alright. What I'm gonna do is put these things together like this. Short one, long one. And I'm gonna cross the long one again at the bottom, so we'll have just a rectangular frame. So I'm gonna start by just drilling holes in the ends of this board. Now the trick is I want this to line up with this without splitting. You always, on these, you better pre-drill your holes. If you don't pre-drill your holes, you'll split your boards. So, what I'm gonna do is take this and mark where I'm gonna drill on the small board. Now I've got, can you see them? I've got 2 little marks. And I'm gonna drill in those marks. Now, for all of you people that don't know why I'm holding this way down here, I don't want to drill into my hand on accident in case I miss and don't go straight. So, careful. You probably need to be more careful than what I just was. I don't want a lot of people dying because of this.
Yeah.
We're going to just do the other end. Take it a little bit more slowly, you won't get some of this like what I just did. I'm not too worried about it. Okay. I'm just going to countersink these holes because I want my screws to lay flat. Countersink's like $3 at Home Depot. And we're going to screw these things together. I like to start my screw a little bit so I can see that I'm putting it in the right spot. There we go. I also didn't put it in all the way because I want to be able to adjust a little bit for this one when I go to put this in. So this is just a side note, but as far as I've found in this whole project, you cannot buy a straight 1x2 board. So these are going to be kind of funny looking whenever I finish. They're going to be twisted and bent, but it's mainly because of the boards. Probably partially because of my piss poor carpentry as well. But the point of it is it doesn't really matter in the end product if they are twisted or bent up a little bit, because when you put them on that dense rock wool or fiberboard, you're gonna pull them into alignment basically, so that they'll work better. They're not gonna look as bad as it's gonna look when we finish this frame. Now these, we've already got the 2 cross members on here, so putting this together on top, I'm going to be able to drill both holes at the same time without too much problem. And you see I've got both of those drilled all the way through into the other, into the end of the shorted board. And I'm just kind of trying to hold it together as I do the rest of this work. quick cuts. Alright, here it goes. If your drill's anything like mine, you can probably split this board pretty easily, so you want to take it kind of slow towards the end of the screw. You don't want to be going too fast to control it. There we go. We're going to tie up the other end here, and we'll move on to the next one. Thank you. Okay, you'll see that we've gotten all the way around. We've got most of our frame built. We've got one joint left. And like I was telling you earlier, these boards are not entirely straight. And even though we've done a fairly good job so far of putting this thing together, we've got this over here. It's quite a bit of a difference. But what I'm going to do is just square it up and drill my holes just like I did on the other one, and put screws in it. And you'll see here in a little while it's probably going to be a little bit twisted, but it'll still function once we put it on the backing. Now we'll be back in a few minutes. Split it a little bit there. Gotta watch how fast you go, or you'll split your boards. Okay, we're good. Here's a finished frame. I'm going to show you what I was talking about earlier, how they're not straight. You'll notice. You can see how there's a little bit of twist and bend in it, but it will straighten out once you put it on the insulation. There they go.